Temple University. Is that how excited we can be for George? This member of the class of 2017 exemplifies the district mission of excellence as our standard and achievement as the result. George mentioned to me that his favorite professional football team was the San Francisco 49ers.
All right.
This following started from his father's relationship with linebacker Lee Woodall, who played for the Niners in the mid to late 90s. Mentioning this franchise calls to mind their dynasty of the 1980s, led by great players such as Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Ronnie Lott, Fred Dean, and Charles Haley. The team won 4 Super Bowls in that decade. A quote from the team's Hall of Fame coach, Bill Walsh, echoes George's avenue career. In his book, The Score Takes Care of Itself, Walsh writes, "Others follow you based on the quality of your actions rather than the magnitude of your declarations. George is definitely a player whose actions speak louder than his words. In the weight room, in off-season team activities, at practices, studying film, you name it in the classroom, George is a leader for this Galloping Ghost football team." When continuing his academic and athletic pursuits at the collegiate level, this Galloping Ghost will venture down Broad Street to wear the cherry and white. He looks forward to the challenges of the classroom and the competition in the American Athletic Conference. Congratulations also goes to his parents, family, friends, coaches, and teammates of this young man. Now we will get a closer look at George from highlights and interviews.
I'd like to thank you for your hard work and dedication to the football team. What I remember most about George is his leadership that he brought to the team, especially in the transition between Coach Sorber and I. My most memorable moment of George was against Pennsbury this past year, scoring a touchdown and having his helmet knocked off, and while he got up to get his helmet, so, congratulations, George, you deserve everything you get.
I think through sports, you learn, I learned about myself that I gotta be a hard worker, gotta lead the team, gotta show other guys what to do. When you're sportsman, well, I got a lot. I got Pennsbury when I lost the dude. I got the first touchdown against Upper Dublin. I got my first catch against Northeast in 95-degree weather. It's a lot. Those are my top 3. I think my biggest influence is, even though you want me to say it, is my dad. He's the one who pushed me to go harder, He's the ones, and my teammates actually, they pushed me to do what I had to do to get to this level. Basically, Temple was the only one who wanted to give me a chance, so I took my opportunity while I was there.
Your alarm must be pretty good.
thank you goes to Mr. Zion Miller for Mr. Quigley's pass for producing our video highlights and interview package. Thank you, Zion. Today, as part of our recognition of George, his coach Kevin Collin will be our keynote guest speaker. Coach Collin is a former Division I college athlete himself with his experience at Penn State University. He's a graduate of 1997, started his career as an Nittany Lion as a walk-on, and eventually earned a scholarship. He was a member of the 1994 undefeated Big Ten and Rose Bowl championship teams, having played in the Outback, Fiesta, and Citrus Bowls. Coach Collin just wrapped up his first year as head coach of the Galloping Ghosts, leading them to the District 1 playoffs. Coach Collin, you're on the mic now.
So, first thing I'd like to do is thank the Reid family. Appreciate you all coming out here and support George. The school administration, Mr. Barrios, Mr. Vaccaro, the other assistant principals, obviously it's very nice you guys could come out for the recognition. Most importantly, I'd like to thank George Reid for all the effort that he put in this past year, helping me in the transition year, as I said in the video. As a first-year coach, he made it that much easier. He and Barry, Armand, amongst all kinds of other players. All right, Armand, I had to say your name, obviously. All right, but the one thing I do have to say about George is obviously, you can talk about his talent, as you can see, with his statistics: 31 catches, 642 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, a return fumble, a punt return for a touchdown. Other things, won the Minnie Maxwell Award from the Maxwell Football Club. In 2016, he was All-State, 6A, first team as a defensive back, first team offense and defense in the Spur 1 National Conference. He's the only player to be on both first teams for offense and defense, so obviously recognized throughout the league as being a very special person. The talent is obviously there. That's what Temple's getting. His leadership is second to none. I've been around a lot of great leaders in my college career, in my coaching career, around a lot of great leaders. But George isn't just a leader by example. He's a vocal leader. He makes it very easy for the coaches to let him handle a lot of the problems inside the team and get everybody fired up and do a lot of the different things like that. So George's leadership is fantastic. He's a hard worker. First one in the weight room, last one to leave, first one out to practice, never in Schmitty's room. All right, he knows what I'm talking about with all those kind of things. He's a great example, especially for the younger players this past year. The thing I'm most proud about, and the thing that Ms. Shacker and I always talk about, is George's academic career. Being a 3.2 GPA student is something that definitely helps him, and that's something I really try to focus on. And George, again, is a great example for the other students, especially for the younger players, because he had opened up a lot of avenues, a lot of doors for himself. Now, the final thing I'm going to say is Temple is going to get a fantastic football player. The safety is going to be second to none. In talking to their coaches, they're talking about the NFL, they're talking about a lot of different things that George is capable of being. I know he can do it because he's going to be a hard worker, but the thing that I'll remember most about George, the thing that he'll bring to Temple, and this is what they're most excited about, is that George is one of the best teammates you guys could probably ever have. And then Temple's going to receive that kind of person. A person that players can always go to, a player that's going to be a leader, a player that's going to be there for them when the chips are down and when things are tough and your backs are against the wall. They're going to look to someone like George, and that's what they're going to be getting. So that's what they look for in Division I. There's a lot of players that can catch. There's a lot of players that can run. There's a lot of players that can throw a football. They're looking for that special person, and that special person is George Reid. So congratulations, George.
Thank you, Coach Collin. A little more facts about George here this morning. He's a wide receiver, defensive back, 6'1", 190 pounds. Some college talk about George. He had other offers from Oregon State. He chose Temple for its academics and the right direction of the football program. Coach Collin ran down some of his accolades from this past season and his past seasons as a Galloping Ghost. He was our recipient of the Minnie Maxwell Award, PA Football News Class 6A first team defensive back, and he was on the first team offense and defense for the Suburban 1 League National Conference. George's most memorable moment at Abington was his game-winning touchdown versus Upper Dublin his sophomore year. His favorite class through his time at Abington was gym class with Mr. McGee at Roslyn Elementary. George's Super Bowl prediction and plans. George hopes the Falcons win because of his admiration of Julio Jones, but he has a bad feeling about that prediction. George will have friends over to watch the game. His favorite people to follow on Twitter are at Lil Bibby and G Herbo. Most played song on his iPod is G Herbo. Career, if not an athlete or coach, he wants to be a business owner. And people might be surprised to know that at one point in third grade, George did not like playing football, but specifically flag football. He wanted to be in pads, helmets, and shoulder pads. Today we are joined by his father, George, mother, Danette, and sister, Danae. So let's have a shout out for the Reid family.
I believe he did.
Shot